Richard's in charge. You don't lead us in the pledge?
Join me in the pledge of allegiance to the flag, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah.
As far as little roast time.
Is there any additions, corrections to the consent agenda? No, I'll ask for a motion.
I'll make that motion.
A motion made and seconded to approve the consent agenda that consists of our agenda. Minutes from March 10th, 2026 Board of Supervisors meeting. Minutes from March 10th, 2026 budget work session. Hearing no discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Yep, we have a 5-day special license for Toby Jacks at the community building, that is effective as of March 19th.
Make a motion to approve that.
I do. I do.
Are you going to,
I'll abstain. for
you did
precedence.
abstain? Okay, Jack, just wanted to make sure. I will second the motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Jack abstained, motion carries. Public comment.
Yes, I have some, but I yield to Bonnie to let her go first.
I have a question for Jacob. If they're gonna do that 240th Street out on, east of Ives Avenue, south, have you opened it?
Opened it for the GRC. I'm talking with them right now. They want to use it as a haul route.
Is what?
They want to use it as a haul route when they get in there and do demo work.
So they're not gonna open it all the way through to 34?
Oh, no. That's not,
Really?
not their plan right now that they've been talking to me about. In the
Uh,
future, they may want to connect down, but right now, you're saying come off 34.
it used to go all the way through,
I don't know exactly their future.
and I was told that's what they want to do again.
I have
they're gonna-
heard that, and I also heard that they're putting in a road down by closer to the railroad, right across from Levi.
Yeah, that used to
But
be
I'm
open
not-
too.
I'm not really involved with that because it's off DOT
Yes.
road,
It's not a county project.
and I think they would assume that road, so it hasn't been presented as we're gonna put this in and then it'll be a county road, so.
Well, everybody else is talking about it.
Okay, I will help you out, Jacob. They're going to put an entrance, you know where the first subway is? I call it, or the underpass. Just
Park?
east of that on 34. They're gonna come down off the resource ground and hook into 34 there. You'll be able to go across 34 and go east. Or you can get on 34 and go west. Then they're going to come down to the railroad. Entrance, I call it. Campbell Road, I think it was called at one time.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to revamp that. I don't know how much, but there will also be an entrance there. And that should be done sometime this summer.
Where's the other one, Richard?
Back, up on 34, where the first.
Is it where that
pass
park,
is.
right there where the park
See
comes
where
down?
that
Right
crook
there.
is, Lonnie?
Yeah.
Just east of that. Oh, I don't know, right there where them 3 dots are. Back to your left a little bit, Lonnie. Go too far left. More to your right. Keep going. Keep going. The entrance will be somewhere in that vicinity. They're taking trees out of that ditch stuff, things right there.
Oh, I did see.
So they're not gonna go south on 240th?
That line up.
That is up to the developer
That's not
people
240.
after they once take it over.
Isn't that up to you for a county
Yeah,
road?
It does.
Not really, no, that's.
Oh, it does.
It'll be a county road, it will be a city road.
That's line up.
It'd be a what?
It will eventually be a city road, street.
240th going south?
Right
So
now,
what makes Ives Avenue then if that becomes a city street?
county road.
Do you see that purple line? That's, city limits there. So 240th
Yeah,
is right on the edge.
this purple line.
The north.
Right up there.
Yeah, but it goes north
It's right there.
Around the, right?
Yeah,
and then it's on 240th.
But you can
Right.
see if it goes further south, it's completely inside that purple corner.
Well, it used to go all the way through. It's county road.
Like Kevin
Yeah,
said,
it
yeah.
used to go clear to, Canyon Avenue.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just curious. Gonna be a lot of dirt work go by then, right?
Could be.
All right, is that it?
That's it. I'm just wondering what was gonna go on.
All right, in light of what I heard yesterday at the conference board meeting and what we'll call the mini crisis, staffing crisis of the assessor's office. I'm curious, I see on the agenda for today, Melissa's gonna ask for approval for universal clerk. Is that clerical position going to be used for the assessor's office? Then I question whether we should put on an additional clerk there or use the money for the one that she wants to hire to help offset our expenses that we're going to need to staff up the assessor's office.
The assessor's office is a different pot of money. They're their own taxing entity, so that we can't mix those funds.
Can't mix those.
No, because that's assessor funds and this is county funds, so you can't mix those.
Well, to me, as a county citizen, it's all county funds, but.
makes sense.
All right, well, that was my question, is whether we need that one when we actually need somebody downstairs.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, Jacob, we will, move on to Mr. Farrell, the North County Engineer. At this time, we will consider opening motion for a public hearing at 8:22.
I make the most to open the public hearing at 8:22.
Motion made and seconded to open the public hearing at 8:22. All those in favor?
Aye.
Right. Okay. I thought we'd have at least one or two people here for this,
Yep, we've had it posted for 2 weeks. We haven't got any, comments or phone calls or anything like that in our office. Other than,
just a minute, Jake.
Yeah.
What this is on, we're closing a road in the southern part of the county where there is a bridge that the interstate is going to take out, remove, I should say the DOT. That's what we're discussing in this public hearing.
Damage
Keep
bridge.
going, keep going.
over phase 20.
Keep going,
Damage,
keep
right?
going.
Damage.
Damage bridge.
It's Rist Avenue.
Cheryl Dashner's area, Maddie, if you're looking at that.
So we've talked with him. He's had a couple requests and we relayed those to the DOT and they're okay, meeting those requests. So at this point, we don't have any negative feedback.
Cheryl was almost the only one that really had any concerns that those have been addressed, and I really no issue with this.
Doesn't he own property on both sides? That's the issue, right?
Yeah.
Just had to go north to the bridge north. So,
Oh, yeah, that'll go to Bartlett.
So that gets settled with Cheryl.
I don't know how much farming he does on personally on both sides.
No, but it would have gone to his office.
All right,
So, but I haven't got anything either.
He's like 88 years old. He's still farming every day.
Election next crossing.
Or you can take that.
We're not gonna be here.
Yeah.
Fortunately, nothing probably do about it. Choice, do you just take it out?
No, they have to approve it.
They're paying for you to take it out.
No, they'll take it out and pay us.
It's our road, but it's their bridge.
Yeah.
And so they want to remove it and they're willing to pay us $2 million into our state.
So is that settled?
It's
We're
not
working on it.
settled until.
Is there any door bridges we could sell?
Yeah, right.
That was a little big to pick up. We do have a few that we like for trails though.
Okay.
Okay, if there are no other questions, concerns from anyone in the public, I would ask to close the public hearing at 8:25.
So we make that motion to close the public hearing at 8:25.
Second.
I saw him in church and I was gonna ask him.
Motion made and seconded to close the public hearing at 8:25. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Okay, next is consideration formal action. Approve 2026 farm to market rock quote. Hoping it's cheaper.
Did we only get one again or did we at least get two?
So we just, this year and last year, we did not put it up for bids. We were not using our farm to market funds for it. We're running under maintenance, so we can just go to just one person. So we're just going over. They're always the only ones we get when we're
Right.
using it anyway. If there is more than one, they're still the cheapest because they're local. So this year, pretty much just with the increase of rock, like we talked, to increase the total price. Do 12,872 tons of rock. It's about right at 32 miles of road rock. Total is gonna be $364,377. We're also utilizing our own trucks, so if I can of axles and one belly dump. Last year when we did that, we saved about $15,000 for doing that, so we plan to do that again this year. But that is the total estimated quote right now. It's $364,277. This is the late April, early May is when we're shooting for, and we have budgeted 360,000. So we're right there.
32 miles, good.
Make a motion to approve the 2026 FM rock quote for 12,872 tons at a total cost of $364,277 through Schilberg's.
We'll second that motion.
And we will be done by the 1st of June, you do believe, I hope.
Yeah, we tried to get done before the first application of dust control, so we're shooting for May 15th.
Well, the other thing I'm gonna tell you is that in June, there'll be a large sum of rock being hauled out there to go to the solar farm south side 32. Just to save a little congestion and things through Malvern Main Street. You know, if we're done when they start hauling with, they didn't know how many trucks they would run a day, but be constantly for at least a month.
Wondering if there's anyone that's gonna be closer to that. We met with them
Will
on
they,
site.
will they be grinding?
They hope to be selling, he said, within 2 or 3 months.
It'd be nice, because then they could come down right down 59, a short stretch on.
Yeah,
I'll bring that up to the people we talked to, Mid-America.
Interesting to see the ways.
Like it's all on the state road.
It keeps me out of the city.
Yeah, I like the location of the new corridor and it's a little bit on a road and it's all 59. So we got Fremont County coming out, Upper County, and not on our county roads.
We have a match business here.
Here's my new guy.
Motion made and seconded to approve the FM rock quote, 12,872 tons, 32 miles, at a price of $354,277.
364, right?
260?
360.
360.
Yeah, three, I'm sorry. I have three there. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Carry. Okay, quote for wheel rut slurry leveling on Barris Road.
Hey, this quote is from Denko, going from Mineola east to five. Basically, it's like emulsion, slurry treatment that fills in the ruts, wheel rut pass on the road. The reason, asphalt or concrete? Asphalt. Yep. The reason they're an issue, biggest one is when it rains, that water sitting there, especially in winter time, blade goes right over it. So you have ice that forms right in the wheel pads that you can't really get off, and there's not the runoff anymore. So reestablish that just the uniform ground going across the road, just make it safer. So the total quote was $92,842.69. This would be after July 1st. So I put in this in my budget to have. So now it's just approving it and getting it funds soon. Total 2.8,
Total of what?
2.85.
Dinko.
DEFC. I would make the motion to approve the 2.8 miles wheel rut slurry leveling on Barris Road. Discussion. How thick is this? Is this just gonna cover the wheel ruts? Is this like a 1 inch overlay or 2 inch? What do they,
Yeah, so
what do they consider a
it's
slurry?
just in the ruts, basically they kind of put a screen. If the ruts like that, put the box here to here, and it just fills that in, whatever it is. So,
So you'll see the tire tracks and not the whole. Okay, all right.
and it's still expensive, but it's the cheapest option because you're not doing whole road. You are just doing what you need. So, and that's why that price can fluctuate. He's estimating the gallons on that, on what that gap there is.
They roll that in after they place it.
I think they do.
Sure.
It just screeds out.
Because of
And
that.
it has a bonding agent so that it
Yeah.
sticks to what's there.
Yeah, it's basically just like, the asphalt emulsion, so it's,
I've never heard of a slurry.
kind of the same thing with the total patcher, the oil we blow.
So they'll probably put down a coat of some type like they do when they lay 34 and stuff, they'll spray down a
Tack,
tack coat or whatever. I mean, I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah, we can see that,
tack on here, so. I mean, they'll clean it and brush it off and get all the loose right.
it's probably got a binding agent in it. So
But then I think the stuff's already mixed in or like that too.
Will they, close the whole road or work on half?
No, the road will be open, so we'll probably have flaggers and traffic cars going around the operation, it's moving operation.
Okay, there a motion made and seconded to approve the wheel rut slurry leveling on Ferris Road, 2.8 miles. I think I wrote it down right, $92,842 and change. After July 1. Any other discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
What was the change amount?
69%.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the list, this is for box culvert replacement on Devore Ave. The old wooden box culvert is failing. We came across that this winter when we cut brush. The roof of it is caving in and the sides are splintering. The top of Pilot 59.
The eastern part, and then
And, basically, we come across this with a lot of the ones that need replaced, is that they were put in basically just at the edge of the right of way, and so it creates pretty steep banks coming off the edges of the road. And so since we're replacing it, we'll replace it back up to, get some 3-to-1 force slopes on there, which creates longer length for our pipe, which gets us off of our current right of way. So to properly do it, we wanna draft up some easements. We've already talked to landowners, they're okay with that. Get permanent easement around it for future maintenance, if we ever need to reconstruct it. And during construction on this, we've had our technician go out, has some survey background and look for section corners, and in this area, he can't find them. He needs those, but it's to get his bearings, but then also on the north side, the easement we want involves 2 different property owners, so he also would have to find that property line. And he's just not comfortable doing that, so we talked to Snyder and Associates and RW Engineering and Surveying. I'd like to go with RW Engineering to set that section corners needed. And then draft up those exhibits for the easement plots that we could get signed and recorded from the landowner. So to do that, they give us a price quote. They give us on the high end, $3,210, but they told us, talking with us, I'm pretty sure it sounds like it'd be closer to the $2,000. It just kind of depends on their field work time, that he said. But we'd like to go with them and get this moved forward. We do have the pipe on order already. That should be done in another 2.5 weeks or so. Trying to get a move on that.
You see it's a box you put in.
We're putting back a pipe. Actually, gonna put a CMP spiral pipe in there, and it is a 96-inch pipe. So it's a big one. It is the biggest one our current bridge crew has ever put in.
Okay. Good to see them doing it. So, yeah.
We're right at about the limit of our excavator office. Before we'd have to run extra equipment to help pull it out.
Where's RW Engineering out of? Yep, just never heard of it.
Yeah.
This is a budgeted item
It's gonna be just wrapped into the
project.
culvert project, so we always budget for finding our failing culverts out there, because they're inevitably pop up.
Mhm. I would make the motion to approve the not to exceed $3,210 to RW Engineering for reestablishment of a section corner, and they're gonna draw the easement plats too.
Yes.
Second.
We have a motion made and seconded to approve RW Engineering. Locate and reestablish section corners at no more of a cost of $2,210.
Read those.
$3,000. I get my cheap today, aren't I? You cost me $2,000 already.
You like your numbers better.
I'm trying. Any other discussion, questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we have a driveway variant for Doug and Brenda Gray.
Type in 60315. It's
606360.
6031.
60315, sorry.
It's basically bodega.
Oh, good. Right,
So they have a driveway request. This is to have a second driveway. I'm pretty sure understanding is they want to have like a horseshoe without driveway. The location they want is about 100 feet south of there. I think it's probably right on their property. I think it's that north, yeah, that house there.
okay,
So where that entrance is about 100 feet to the south. With the speed limit being 45 mile an hour, our stopping sight distance Our ordinance is 500 feet even, and the most we can get is 450 feet. So we are 50 feet short. So for that reason, I can't recommend it. However, I mean, I know there's some pure safeties built into those site distances. Tried moving it, but it's with the property line right there. There's not a whole lot. Other ways we can move it. If we get it too close to where they're at right now, then kind of defeating the purpose. So that's just kind of what it is. They do have that interest there. They just want
You recommend against it?
I would just because it can't, that's why we denied it. And if we can't get the
Public safety is one of our biggest,
500 feet.
yeah, yeah.
If it was 55 mile an hour, it'd be 610 feet or 450. You can consider that too, speed of 45, but you know, if we're going a lot faster than that, probably
Yeah.
too. So
Always go 10 over speed limit. Make a motion to deny the driveway variance for Doug and Brenda Grave at 60315 Kid Road.
Second that.
We have a motion and a second to deny the driveway variant for Doug and Brenda Graves. Is there any further, and you have something written up, Jacob, or do you want this in the motion due to,
I'll put it in the comments on the variance that I'll have you sign.
Okay.
And then we'll return this back.
any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Yeah, south of 35th kid. Where's it? Is it north? It's north, no, south. South. That's what I'm
Someplace.
looking at. Kid, go north.
Okay, general discussion. Today at 9 o'clock, I have a deal
Kid
come
Road
down
goes
for
north
block
and south.
training for the guys, get them certified. And I'm doing my crew meetings this week, so I'll be busy with that. I think I got them pretty much every day, let's keep down with this guys. Do it annually, once a year, just bring in say the graders or the truck drivers, Bill Foreman, just me and them. Just hear their concerns and kind of talk through different equipment that we plan to get, you know, they're the ones driving it, whether they're input, things like that, so. Looking forward to those meetings. And then I did submit our DOT budget and 5-year plan amendment to the current one we're in to them. They did a preliminary review and approved that back, so now I'll bring that to you guys next week for official approval. And then send it back to them, their official approval. And I'm working on our next fiscal year budget. So I'll try to bring those in, next week for your guys' review, and not the gap through. So, but that one too, they also, the DOT likes to do a quick preliminary review, so most likely it'll be 2 weeks by the time I get it here. After they do a first preliminary.
All right. Questions were brought up at the VA meeting the other day. I guess, who's in charge of the parking lot? They asked me and I said, us,
Annex buildings?
you know, okay, all right. What they was looking at, and I know I did walk part of it, that probably could stand to be resealed or some of it's come out on. And so it would be up to us to work on the handicap spot, if I could at least 3 more. So up towards the
Plenty there, plenty of room.
plenty of room. I said, I would ask Jacob, I said, I don't know, you know, who has,
We don't, that's where it gets into,
yes,
it came way back of us talking snow there, and it was like. You read the code for what it says, they're not supposed to be able to spend their funds on that, even though it makes sense, if it's county to county. But if it's not a road
Right.
use. Just a-
Okay, so,
Even if it's reimbursed. So that's how we kind of got. To step into that.
and then another question, we've talked about on the east side of the building, having you haul us some rock, it would be better if we had ourselves the building. The water comes down off of the hill to the building. You need to get the land and stuff filled up so the water runs away from the building. We're better off just to hire someone to do that, or in the county,
We just need rock for that.
rock and something to spread it with, yeah.
Yeah, we would, because they asked that we rock that road, ramp going down in the basement too. Where we would say that we have the equipment stuff right there, we would ask for, to pay for the rock,
No, I don't think we have a problem with that.
and then we would get the loader right there, so we can put it where we want it.
Okay. That's all I have.
Jack, do you have anything?
Yeah, the only two things, I had a request from a few people, if you get the chance to look at the bridge on H12 east of Highway 59. Few people said that when H12 got redone last year, there's quite a large lip leading onto that bridge, and it kind of hit a little bit hard,
I
so,
know there's a big hole in the belt there.
yeah.
Maybe got that. So this-
Yeah, they're just worried about it's a substantial lip. And then the other thing,
Fill that in. So,
if you look at that, please. And the Council Bluffs mayor reached out to me. They're looking at a few more properties along Fungi Avenue, so they'll be in contact with you for that. Yes,
Take the road.
that's, they said that that will be talk about roads before we talk about anything else. So
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from them yet, so. That's what I call. Anything else?
I have nothing.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, Dave.
Yep.
Jake.
You gonna be around later this week?
Yeah, I'll be down there. We're,
Okay,
that training from 9 to 11.
okay. Kevin gonna be in that too, or?
He has a doctor's appointment, he's coming back, he's gonna be trying to be back by noon. Okay. So he might miss most of that.
I'll make things work.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, next on our agenda is the Mills County Fair Board. Discuss and request funding. Coming fiscal year, 2, 3, I don't care how many come up. Whatever.
up, one barrier.
Where do you want it?
Right up here.
Front and center.
I'll just be back. That's okay. You guys-
We don't bite. You can have chairs, bring your chairs up, sit down, make yourself comfortable.
No, you're not gonna come up there and think. Officer, I came for work. All right, I'm the Mills County Fair President. My name is Jared Mayberry. This is my Vice President. This is Treasurer Nathan. And that's Aaron Schoening back there. I want to sit up here. I guess we're here because you and Aaron were talking about something else and it came to our attention that I've been here for a couple of years to kind of give you our financial stuff and show you where we're at and where the Layton building's at and how we spend the money. So,
And we've had some changes with the auditor's office and things, looking at the Iowa code and things. We're trying to get everything structured properly. So that when the auditors come to us, they don't, say, why, what you do this for? How come this is done this way? It's not supposed to. So,
understandable.
nothing more than just, getting things on the correct level. Sure, I appreciate it very much.
Now, we've or was that Monday or Tuesday last week, we started putting this together, and it's, do you guys have any questions if you're looking through this, or?
I can kind of lead you through it.
Yeah, Nathan's the numbers guy.
So we call it a statement of operations. This is more of a cash flow statement, and kind of what happened in 2025. So 2025, we had income of about 250,000 and our expenses were about 319,000. At the end of the year, our general account had about 71,000. We have a few other small accounts, less than $10,000 in them, but they're used for various things like our premiums and our auction account, things like that. But our general account, that's what that amount is right there. So, our income breakdowns kind of follows. You can see, you will see the big amount, the annual auction checks kind of offset between the income and expenses. What that is all that auction money comes into our account, and then what we do is we send it out to the kids. So I kind of wanted to show that, but you'll see on both pages they kind of offset each other. But other than that, the money you received from you there, the 44,000, and then kind of that fair income is kind of our gate money or any other income that's generated during the fair. Our fair sponsorships are money we get from businesses around the county that sponsor our fair, various businesses. Our storage money, we actually use our buildings on the fairgrounds as storage during the off season. People store their boats, their RVs, their whatever they want to store. So that's a good money generator for us. Get money from the Association of Iowa Fairs, various grants, different things like that. So. Any questions on that page yet?
You're right, Amber.
Well, yeah, but I think continue on, sorry.
Okay. Expense breakdown, like say, you see those auction checks, they kind of offset the previous page. Hard to believe we still have kids that have not cashed their auction checks, so it's a little off still. Questionable, but
It's every year. There's 2 or 3 kids that just,
yeah, even in last month, we've had four checks come through in February. It's like, what are we waiting for? Yeah.
Scared screaming.
I don't know why.
Where'd that go?
You can't put up an account for them.
Our capital improvements were definitely higher this year, just because of the new beef barn that we put in. So definitely a little higher in 2025 than we typically see. Fair income, it's various sources of income. Gate money, it's, different things. The non-fair, the 51,000 is things that happen there. The biggest amount in that is our insurance, which is 30,000 of that. We also, that includes our utility pay that we pay every month. Various things like that, things that happen throughout the year. And then our loan payment, that we made to our Lake and loan amount was 24,423 last year. To give you guys an idea, the total amount of the loan payment is 26,423. 2,000 of it came out of the Lakin account. That's what could come out of the account that year. So that's how much we paid. On that same page, kind of gives you a breakdown of the gate income. We were usually in the negative from our gates, but it's more of a service to the entertainment. Last year we had 2 events, the rodeo and the motocross. And it gives you the breakdown of those.
Your Lake and loan payment, is that interest only? Is that principal and interest? Okay.
And you'll see that breakdown here in a sec.
Okay.
Okay. So last year, we received $44,000 from you guys, the board of supervisors. We kind of broke it down. The 22,000 that is to be used for youth, 4-H, FFA, things like that. This gives you an idea. There's definitely many more
categories, fill this. But I wanted to give you guys an idea where that money is going. A lot of this is during the fair. A lot of that money goes towards things for the kids during the fair, but yeah, that gives you an idea. Then obviously the capital improvements, things, 22,000 to be used on the fairgrounds. A lot of that went to the capital improvements made. I kind of wanted to show you what the total cattle barn was. So in 2025, the cattle barn, we had 39,000 of expense, but during 24, we had 59 or almost 60,000. So the total cattle barn improvements were 99,300 spanned over 2 years. Then we had some other capital improvements during the year. We improved, pretty much upgraded the whole long guards barn, which is the barn beside the cattle barn. The electrical in that barn, very outdated. Then we made other electrical upgrades throughout the fairgrounds. There's definitely more to be made, but wanted to get a few of those done. The door.
It looks nice up there.
Yeah, and there's a few other things.
Is a cattle barn project completely done now then after the 2 years?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Next page is our loan to the Lakin building currently. This was as of 3/10. The principal balance was 199,486. We just paid our loan payment last week, so that will be lower. Our annual loan payment on this is 26,423, and we made that past Friday. So it's a little bit lower now.
What was the original balance in that again? Custom build that.
You have that, that's been so long ago, I don't remember.
Ballpark's fine, man.
It's a little over 3,000.
Okay, close enough.
But it was 330,774. The original loan back.
That was after all the donations and everything, and you guys have done a great job.
So total payoff amount, this is less now, but 211,702. In maturity date is coming up in 2028, so we will have to refinance that in April 2028. In 2025, we did have a donation of $4,000 straight to the principal of the account. So the total payment of 2025 was 30,400. Also, on the next page, I don't want to give you an idea of things that are happening in the Lakin. And these things are things that we provide to 4-H youth activities hosted to the Lakin at no cost. So kind of give you a bit, and there's many more, but we trying to run down with our CYC of things that kind of happen in the building that we're providing to the 4-H youth at no cost. To give you an idea of that. Different events that happen during 2025.
Well, and a big part of this is, we have the extension office as part of the Lakin, so we have that added value to the extension to have a home on the fairgrounds, which most counties don't have that ability. But we also let, like Nate said, all the 4-H clubs, the activities, extension, use the Lakin free of charge. So we just kind of had an aha moment of what value do we provide to extension without making them pay to rent the memorial building or find somewhere else. So that's just kind of a snapshot of the value we provide extension as an added bonus. So, kind of fun to look at. I think we talked about it during our fair board meeting, and extension staff was getting a little nervous. It's like, it's
Not gonna
okay.
charge you.
Yeah, there was a lot more going on there than I think we understood it was
Sure.
for.
Any questions we can answer?
It just came up, talking to Aaron about, Aaron would like to host the supervisors at the fair this year for a county roundtable, so I can figure out those dates, send those to you or send those to Amber and we can figure out the date. And, brought this up. This is something we discussed in the budget meetings, just as a formality, that we'd like to have you guys come in, so appreciate it. Appreciate the information, so. The Lakin building, I mean, that's interesting knowledge, so. When you have to refinance it in 2028, then?
Yeah.
What's your expected payoff, do you think, for everything?
In 28,
Well, when you refinance it, I mean, how much longer do you think you're gonna be paying on the Lakin building?
it's financially from a banking standpoint, we shouldn't, because it should be a 20-year note, because essentially it'll be depreciated out. You're gonna have to replace it.
Yeah.
In a roundabout way, if I look at it as like a loan, if I would originate it.
Yep.
So cash flow wise, as long as possible, but truthfully for the length and term of the, like, just the life of the building, you want to go as few as possible. So I guess that's kind of a complicated question on, is it at cash flow point, now you have to start replacing your heating and your air conditioning and concrete and stuff like that. So you're probably gonna have to term it out another, AM it out 20 years and then balloon it 10 or something like that. Kind of that's what it was currently. So I don't know. That's, I don't know. It's hard to answer that question.
That's okay.
He said, "We'll come in and give you 200 grand to pay it off."
That would be awesome.
Take care of a lot of problems.
Well, I don't know what like the average refinancing cost will be then, but I mean,
Sure.
typically you do an appraisal and you do this and you do that and make sure everything's still kosher. So, I don't know what closing costs will be in 2 years, but I'm sure they'll be more expensive than they are today, unfortunately, on how they want to do their underwriting, but so it would be pretty nice.
Yes, I have a question. When the county usually writes a check to you guys, is it usually in June or is it? Because I know we haven't paid for fiscal year 26 yet.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's usually in June or if that's a time frame that you guys picked or we picked or how that works.
That's one of the typically has been.
Yeah, that's. I don't know who actually picked that date.
All I know is that we always used to approve it before fair. This is in June, so that's my recollection. That's how I got started.
I think we budgeted for this fiscal year. So in June, there'll be a $35,000 to fair and then 25 for each.
Sure. Awesome. I think that's what we have budgeted so far for next fiscal
Yeah,
year.
we haven't changed anything. Yeah, we're still looking at that next fiscal year, but that's what we have budgeted.
Okay, yeah. I would assume going forward, you guys like us put something together and since present.
Please.
You know,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
good.
this is great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all we ask for. and-
Preferably
Right.
January or February, not March.
Well,
That's
We're
okay.
right at the time now, so we're okay.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, January would be better. Just
Okay.
lower budgeting, but, this is great.
I really appreciate the support that you guys provide, because as you can see, like, we don't make money at the fair. We're here to provide an experience for the kids, for the community, bring that. sense of
Countywide for
community.
kids. Yep.
And so having that support from you guys is huge.
Sure,
because I can provide the best experience we can, what we have, so.
Thank you.
All right.
Keep up the good work.
And
Thank you
guys
all
very
very
much.
much. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Did you guys all sign it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
They did.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Making sure that the name
Sorry.
spelled.
No, you're good.
We're moving the barbecue. We're moving the barbecue Monday night.
Oh, yeah.
Hit us up again. Yep.
Get it all done.
Yep. Let us know.
Moving it to Monday.
Yeah, send us an email, then let her know too, because she keeps us in
It's
line.
perfect.
A track.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Next on the agenda is Matty Zeke. Use of courthouse lawn on March 28th.
Yeah, I'm not an official organizer, but, the official organizers are Local Pro, Invisible, and locally, it's non-particularly, and they're hoping to use a platform for actually, for that.
What's the group name?
Local Pro, Indivisible,
Local crew.
CR,
CR.
They're, local, group then, local crow.
Yeah, it's Southwest Iowa, it's, say Harrison, Pot, Mills. I think it's 4 counties. It's a nonpartisan,
Your timeframe that you want to use it.
yes. I would assume we need a little bit of time to set up. The official event is supposed to run from 9 to 10:30 a.m.
Are you looking to use the hour?
I will say there will be a speaker system, but it's a battery. The idea is they're supposed to be, there's some inspirational speakers, there's some music. There's a group, a singing resistance group that is singing. We're hoping to set up a few booths for voter information, community food drive. They've also gotten a permit from the city for down at the corner of Sharp and Locust. There might be a march between here and there. Not sure if that will. How that will happen.
so do you have, I don't know, any kind of a contract or anything that has who's responsible for this? If something goes awry?
Not that I know of. I know there was talk or discussion about possible insurance. I don't know what that's on. As far as who's responsible for it, I assume that's this same group organized a protest on January 28th. We held that at the corner of Sharp and Locust. 5 people show up. We also had police and sheriff presence. You're welcome to talk to them and ask them. I know the movement is committed to nonviolence and peaceful protests. And I think if you wanted to talk with Eric or Greg, they had a large group. The sheriffs were off resistance. Eric was the one that was there, closer to us, but we were very committed to peaceful protests and sheriffs.
So if we would okay this, you would be the responsible person then?
Yeah, I'm glad to come.
That coincide with you, all right there?
Yeah.
Legal man?
Yep.
Able to talk to John about this the last few days, and it is public property. The public needs to be able to use it at the end of the day. I'll make a motion to grant use of the courthouse lawn on March 28th from 9 to 10:30 a.m. to local pro indivisible for a public protest.
Second the motion.
Does that give me the set of time, the 9:30 or the 10
10:30.
or the 10, the 9? Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, maybe 8 to 11:30 might be, just so we have an hour on either side to set up.
And that's at 8 to 11:30.
And you are responsible for cleanup and things like that.
It'll just be set up then down, like in the grass. So
Yeah. That's okay.
Is it for a specific spot on the courthouse wall here, or is it the whole courthouse?
I think we're being the grassy area up front. I'm not sure if it's the east or west side. I can communicate that with you and we get more. Okay.
Okay, we have a motion made and seconded to allow use of courthouse lawn on March 28th, approximately from 9 to 10:30. Set up beforehand. We're gonna require a contract on this, gentlemen?
Overuse contract.
I don't think we had to give permission anyways, did we? I think we have to grant permission anyways, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah, you still have to grant it for use.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey. All those in favor?
Right.
Carried. Thank you. On the agenda is Travis Hitchcock, 911 Communications. Moving to hire 911 dispatcher.
Of course, I got you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, good morning. Looking for approval to hire. This individual was with us for almost 5 years. Upstairs for a while. So I'm excited, to bring her back into the rotation here. She's sharp. So, bringing her back, we're gonna bring her back at what she was, scheduled to make as of January 1 for the labor. Which is equivalent to 2750, and March 31st would be the date there. That was what you check with her. Be set up, ready to rock, March 31st. She'll kind of start back in the training evaluation, side of it. 3-4 weeks just to make sure that it's done.
I'd make a motion to hire Kristen Weeder
Yes, sir.
as the 911 dispatcher beginning March 31st.
Second.
Just to have someone that can hit the ground running.
No, agreed. Absolutely agreed. And we're the ones that have invested in it over the last 5 years, and she's really good. So, absolutely.
She did that.
She's upstairs. So again, great experience, to go upstairs, get that, see that process go, and every single day. So
Yeah.
Great addition to anyone else.
Here, we have a motion made and seconded to hire Kristen Wiederman, 2750. Starting date would be March 31st. Any other questions, concerns? Not all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Thank you, Travis.
Thank you, sir. Listen, please.
I just texted her.
Melissa.
Hello, Mr. Winfrey. For you?
No, it's pretty easy. Put on my shoes.
There you go.
So you want to hire a universal clerk?
We have made our decision. We have Jennifer Turner, who has completed all of her employment screens. Mine covers that is her expected first date.
It's,
Yes. Yep, it would be on names.
that you already have budgeted. It's not your position.
No.
I'll make a motion to approve the hiring of Jennifer Turner, the effective start date of March 25th, 2026, starting salary of $48,690, 6-month probationary period as a universal clerk in the Dutchess County Treasurer's Office.
Second that motion.
Motion made and seconded by our universal clerk, Jennifer Turner. Starting time would be 3/25, $48,690. Any discussion? Comment? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Got more, we got more.
Pardon? Yes. The next one, the resolution. Yes, 2610. It's regarding Omic New York System LLC experience. The valuation was not estimated for 2024's valuations. So their statement that they received was off, it's miscalculated, I guess is to say that. What we came up with those calculations, the difference is 1,096. They did pay their September taxes, pay their full amount, statements in there. 80,136. What I'm requesting is to credit them that 96 for the March taxes. That breaks down to 508. Making their March 2026 total $79,000, just based on that.
Motion to approve resolution 26-10, One Oak North System LLC tax abatement.
Second.
We have a motion made and seconded to approve resolution 2610. One Hope North System LLC tax abatement. So really just abates $1,096, right? Any other discussion, questions? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay, we're moving on to resolution 2611.
This is just a follow-up. The conversation with Mr. Bowden regarding his credit. After I printed this and full numbers is what goes into, when we're doing those, we rounded that to 436. We're kept it at 435, 435.27, I think was what was discussed in that meeting, but I didn't know if that was, even or 27 cents is gonna.
It's just cleaned it up and it's officially, this is our resolution we're voting on, so this is. I'm good with this if you are.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just wanted something agreed officially.
I'd make the motion to approve the resolution 2611 track tax credit.
Second.
435.27.
Okay, motion made and seconded to approve resolution 2611, Bowden tax credit, $435.27. Questions, concerns? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bring you
Glad to
signed
get that
copies.
behind us.
Glad to get that one behind us.
Yeah.
Star Trek.
That way we. Do I?
Sure, it's very Star Trek-ish today, the badge. Made me immediately think of that. You know what? Okay, thank you. Thank you. I forgot something. Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda is Amber Farnham, auditor.
Yes. My auditor hat on.
Enrollment.
Yeah, that's state your name.
Yeah.
Who are you with?
My auditor hat on today. This is just our annual enrollment for employee benefits, and we need authorization to share the assignment. There's not really been any big changes other than they changed the names of the plan. I think from like 11B to plan 1, plan 2, plan 3. So really not a lot of changes, but we do need official approval so we can get it sent on.
I'll make the motion to approve the enrollment for employee benefits and authorize the chair to sign.
Second.
Been a motion made and seconded to approve enrollment for employee benefits and authorize chair to sign. Good for another year, right? This is kind of simple. All those in favor?
I,
Right. Motion carries. Down to general discussion.
I don't have a whole lot. I am finishing up budget numbers. I will have those to you guys by the end of the week. We have our public hearing on the 24th. So I'll have those numbers. And then remember, we have to meet on the 25th in the morning to set public hearing for the budget adoption. And then might need to have another budget work session if you guys want to cut the budgets more, but I will finish you by the end of the week. I'm just trying to get everything done. I need to get all that stuff to the papers next week. And then my assessor hat on, I'm meeting with the Harrison County assessor tomorrow. She's gonna come and help me try to get the value for the annual assessment notices out. She's gonna help me with that process a little bit. And then also the property tax mailers did go out and they are being received. And just a reminder that that's still a working number and your results may vary as far as the difference in your actual tax bill.
Okay, any other questions for the auditor? Not, we'll move on to number 12, Thriving Families Alliance. Appointment to decategorization governance board.
This was sent to me, assuming I was still the chair. This is a group that works with public health and juvenile probation. So they would like someone to, a board of supervisor to sit on their governance board. They asked Amber to put it on our agenda. Figured with me being juvenile detention and you being public health. Either one or both.
yeah, one should do the main and the other should do the alternate.
You?
You two gonna handle that then?
I think so. You're good with it, unless you want it.
No. Go ahead.
Another meeting?
No.
Yeah, I'm good either way, Jack, so whatever. I don't care who's one or who's two. I don't think they do either, they just want supervisor involved.
How often?
It's just, they don't meet very often.
They meet 4 times a year, 3 virtually and 1
Yeah.
in person.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
And it gets screwed up.
Yeah, that's what that, it just says, I don't, since where they meet in
Yeah,
person.
I'm not seeing that
Three
either.
Zooms and one in person.
It's in that
Both
paper.
lines is all the way up in.
I think it's in the back of this one.
Yeah, this is not there. This is, this would be. Geez, I couldn't tell you that, Jack. It's definitely closer. Point. Paper, scissors.
You can add it up.
All right.
I'll make that motion. I'll make a motion to appoint Lonnie Mayberry to the decategorization governance board for Thriving Families Alliance
And Jack Sayers as an alternate.
and Jack Sayers as an alternate.
We'll second that.
Hey. When I first read this, I'm going, who are they? Boy, we are
You
really,
always see DCAT coming through
no,
on our budgets in this, yeah.
okay, we have a motion, excuse me, Lonnie.
No, go ahead. No, no.
We have a motion made and seconded to appoint Lonnie Mayberry as first person, Jack Sayers as second to the decategorization governance board. Hear any discussion, so all in favor?
Aye.
Right, carried. Okay, next is Board of Supervisors Committee meeting updates. I attended the MAPPA Board of Directors, last week. Got to be quite interesting towards the tail end, it always does. There was 9 people left out of 38. Everybody else boogied out and left. So we had 3 mayors, 1 supervisor, and then all the rest was MAPPA board members. And Iowa State University put on part of it. And some of the things that's coming down or the state would like to see done is, biggest thing we talked about was taking away from zoning away from the unincorporated area, turning it over to the state to control, which would be DNR. And there was a gentleman there from Nebraska, and him and I had to say, I don't know how we met on the same curve, but the biggest problem is with turning this over to DNR, someone can come in here, buy a chunk of ground, do what they want with it, and then it would be left to the local fire departments, rescue units to take care of this. And it puts quite a burden on our local fire departments that, you know, lots of times we don't have anybody at the fire department till the bell goes off. And I just said, you know, you're putting a lot of our lives and people in jeopardy on this. He says, well, he says, it seems as though the counties don't want to have people move in. I said, this is a problem. We can't take care of them right now. I mean, Mills County, we have the growth of housing unbelievable moving in all the time. And being able to take care of them with fire departments and rescues is quite a challenge. But in places they're putting laws, the legislation, putting it into effect, somebody like that moves in, they have to provide their own fire protection and talk to the local rescue people and stuff to make sure they're paid and taken care of. So I think maybe it may not all be bad, but at least if we can get that done, you know, so,
Control.
yeah, we're losing local control is what it amounts to. I think I brought up the VA requests and stuff about the parking lot, so I just, the guy from Nebraska said, he says, we're battling the same thing in all the same small communities out there. He said, we got these outfits that want to move in, and then they come and talk to the fire department, and they go, we can't protect you. You can't build something like that and expect us. We don't have rural water. We don't have this. We don't have that. Well, we don't either. So maybe MAPPA will step up and get a little wiser. I don't know. It's going to be brought up next week or this week. So that's all I have.
Last week I spent 3.5 days up at the in Des Moines for the ISACs, both meetings, county supervisors and county officials. I met with a couple of EMA guys and a couple of supervisors just off to the side discussing emergency management funding and where they're going and would like to go. So nothing really came about it. Legislative reception was up there. That was a good time. I don't think I had any other meetings. That was about it.
Yesterday had the conference meeting, and then last last night had a public health meeting, board of health meeting. Rachel Reese came and presented. She brought those paperwork with her to demonstrate the community health program that we have in partnership with Jenny Ed. Ben Berberich is the one who runs the community health program here in Mills County, and they've had well over 200 cases. So it's been a very productive program. I know they're getting more and more referrals from the police department, fire department, and the sheriff's office as the name is getting out. So it's a great program going on there. Would have been 2 or 3 weeks ago, spoke about how Liz Boston officially retired. So we had some lags in our scheduling for homemaking services. Last night, hired 2 part-time people to fill her 1 full-time position. It's more cost effective to do the 2 part-time positions, and we're able to get more done. So we should be closing that gap for services, and that's going well. And also, Fremont County Board of Health and Mills County Board of Health signed the 2080 agreement to continue shared services for public health last night. There is legislation currently. It originally was to get rid of city boards of health in Iowa. There's only 1 city that has their own board of health, but then there was an amendment put on last week where county public health would have to contract with their local hospital. The only way they wouldn't have to contract with their local hospital in their county is to prove that they can do it themselves in a cheaper and more cost-effective way with the same services. They didn't include anything for a county that doesn't have a hospital. So we're one of 2 in the state of Iowa that do not. So it'll be an interesting work through that, but it also could cause some hurdles as Fremont County does have a hospital, but contract is signed for next fiscal year. So we should be good unless that bill passes. We'll have to work through it. But that's all I have.
Very good. Okay, any new business you guys want to bring up, talk about?
Nothing.
We'll say, I'll bring it up now. I sent it to Amber. If you guys could get back to me. Aaron Schoening said that Friday the 10th, 11:30 or 3 or 1 o'clock on Saturday the 11th or Monday the 13th at 1:30 in June to have a forum of county supervisors. I know they were looking for more programming, so he requested that we would do something for them. So
This would be at the fair, right?
this would be at the fair, during the fair. You guys
It'd
could
be interesting.
let me know or let Amber know.
June or July.
June. I think it would be interesting for
July. Fair is July.
I know, it's in July, right? Okay, I
July.
was like, I thought it was July.
I'm going,
my apologies, July. Got my date wrong. July.
It'd be even more interesting if they're presenting in June, but nobody's there.
okay, anybody else got anything? Okay, I'll ask for chairman at 9:34.
So moved.
Made and seconded to adjourn at 9:34. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies.
Good day.